Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. First of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Holip Viya. I'm from English Education 6G. Here, I want to explain about 5 terms in qualitative research along with examples of these terms. Number 1 is action research. Action research is found of the research design. In this study, the researcher describes, interprets, and explains a social situation as well as making change or interventions with the aim of improvement or participations. The example of action research is class action research is carried to implement mixed learning based on reading ingredients. In this stage, the product done in 10th grade multimedia class. Researchers apply the product as a tool for teaching, reading, and blended learning strategies to teach students. There are 3 basic competencies that include this study. Researchers teach 6 times to the initial test in the first grade every basic competency and post-test in half of each basic competency. Number 2 is a primary data. Primary data is a source of research data obtained directly. The example of based on the result of questionnaire and interview, it was found that all students that would use English in workplace. The interviewed from the English teacher about the frequency in using the target language was explained here. The number 3 is respondents or research subject. The respondents or research subject are the parties that are used as samples in a study. The example of respondent or research subject is the 10th grade multimedia students of SMK Wira Harapan. The terms number 4 is expert validation, a measuring tool to determine the extent to which the instrument is represented as an aspect of conceptual framework and values by experts in this respective field. The example is prior to implementation of the developing blended learning, the conceptual model and post-test should be validated by experts. The experts were Prof. Dr. Dewa Komantantra and Professor Dr. Ninyoman Padmadewi. This validation was done in order to find the learning objective and learning material fit or not with the standard and basic competencies as well as the representative indicators in reading. The last is development. The number 5 is development. Is research is carried out to develop something or existing knowledge. The example of development is in this stage, the tool development is made up. In this development stage, the researcher adopts the development step of Lee and Owens 2004, which are organized properly. First of all, the researcher prepared all of development tools were required, and then these steps is followed by making framework of kind of tools needed together with the function of those tools. Secondly, after the development tools and the standard have been crafted and the researchers started and the development of product. This product is developed based on the blueprint that has been prepared in previous stage. In this case, The researcher made a website which reading text with the exercise based on blueprint. At last, in the development stage, the expert provides whether an product has appropriate quality which was considered valid. In line with this, the concept validity of the product should be validated. I think enough. That's all from me. Thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.